Remind you again, folks, that we have an extra half an hour, so show normally goes until 8:30, but until December 20 this year, we go until 9 o'clock.
We don't want you to be late for work, so turn on onespotmedia.com as you travel.
What's the first one?
Neville, Hue Menzies is quitting the Reggae Girlz after the JFF dispute. My goodness, the Reggae Girlz made history, my people, my people, my people. However, Menzies told the Gleaner that he had grown wary of the JFF, ignoring his request for an update on his future with the team following the expiration of his contract in August, as well as their failure to reimburse him for personal funds used during the team's successful 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup qualification campaign. In addition to unpaid salaries, he made his decision. He says, "I am not coaching the team anymore," end quote. I told him that I would make a decision in 24 hours. No one reached out to him. He says it's unfortunate. We put so much time and created so much history. He says it's not just a football job, it's more than football. So obviously I'm disappointed in how the Federation communicated with me, and he is gone. So that's what's happening. Do you have any other insight, Mr. Bell, as leading football
I agree
coach?
with you. It's unfortunate, but the JFF, they're not here to defend themselves, so I'm not going to pretend that I know what's going on. So it is unfortunate. Hue Menzies is my friend. And what he has done, along with his other coaches, is remarkable. To get the Reggae Girlz to the World Cup the first time was just absolutely amazing. So it is unfortunate, but again, I'm not au fait with everything, so I don't want to jump in and say anything.
Well, we do wish the Reggae Girlz the best,
and
Coach Menzies.
Yeah, man. The headline says a committee has recommended that the Edna Man lecturer in the sex scandal be terminated. So the minister with responsibility for education, Mr. Samuda, said yesterday that the recommendation was made by the Personnel Committee of the college's Board of Directors following the final of 3 disciplinary hearings. He says the proposed dismissal was included in a report drafted by the committee, which has since been ratified by the board. And I quote, "The person involved has been found responsible," says the minister. He was responding to questions from the opposition in Parliament yesterday. And again, I quote, he says, "At the moment, that process is at an end." There was more that was said in Parliament, but we will leave it right there, and we will wait to see what else comes out of this.
All right, moving on to the United States of America. A momentous turn in the Trump impeachment inquiry. The stunningly consequential accusation spelled out in the Democrats' impeachment report represents the most sweeping effort yet to capture the span of President Donald Trump's alleged offense and to boil it into a crisp indictment. Woo! 300-page House Intelligence Committee summary of the witness testimony, timelines, and phone records accuse Trump of perpetrating one of the most serious political crimes in the history of the United States. It has been all over the news, especially the foreign news stations. Wow. The report is a roadmap, they say, toward formal articles of impeachment. The nation is split. However, the American nation is split in 2 on Trump's political fate. Whew!
Only thing to say about that is what you just read came from the Democrats. And for him to be removed, he could be impeached and still remain as president, as what happened with Bill Clinton. And for him to be removed, the Senate would have to decide that. And the Senate is run by Republicans. So it is highly unlikely that he will be removed from office. It is quite probable that he will be impeached. But impeachment, as we said, doesn't necessarily mean that he has to step down. Clinton didn't step down. And Richard Nixon...
There's 3 attempts previously.
Yeah, when he heard that he was going to be impeached, he stepped down. So he actually wasn't impeached. But he stepped down when he realized that he would have been impeached. And you know what happened to Bill Clinton with the Monica Lewinsky stuff and some other things went on. And he was impeached, but he continued as president.
Saying from its first hours, Trump's presidency has torn at the conventions of his office, rejected constraints that his predecessors accepted, and barged into the boundaries of the law. Listen, let's just talk about 11 months before the general election in the United States of America. And I have to bring a focus to Kamala Harris, a senator of Jamaican ancestry, who has dropped out of the Democratic race. She's saying, I'm not a billionaire. She just doesn't have the funds to run. So Jamaica, just a little fact there. I don't know if she had, where do you think she would have ended up?
It seems like Biden is the Democratic leader for the presidency right now. It seems that way, but so many things could change, and they have to win so many states, and you actually thought that Hillary Clinton would have won the presidency, and then all of a sudden here comes Donald Trump, and no one thought that he could have done it. And what he did was absolutely amazing, whether you like him or not. For this non-politician to end up being the president of the most powerful country in the world is something incredible. So whether you like that or not, what he did was absolutely amazing.
I was going to say, is America still the most powerful country in the world? I thought they were telling me no, China is. There we go.
Well, he's the leader of the free world,
Free. Nothing of free in America. Let me tell you that. Yeah. Nothing is free in America, and black people have a terrible history in America. Yeah. So let me tell you something. Many Jamaicans run, go a foreign, and leave their children, and the children are also suffering for the better life. There's so many stories about America that I'm not even trying to go there right now. However, Kamala Harris was promising.
Yeah.
And she was liked, and she was really loved. And I kept saying to myself, remember when it was Obama, like a black man, you know, the president of America. And then there's Trump. And I said, imagine if there was a black woman. Lord help us.
I'm not certain if they're ready for that just yet, but let's hope.
No, we're too powerful.
Yeah, let's hope that it will happen.